Hey, welcome to your meditation. Hope you had a great weekend. Excited to dive in today to dive back in, but deeper into the concept of the observer. In this work, the observer is actually the biggest part of the work. And we all go, yeah, I've observed. But to actually take the observer like a thread and sew through your life, like somebody sewed the thread through this outfit, that observer is actually the most, not challenging, that would be incorrect. Challenging is the word I keep hearing. The most intricate and challenging process. It's not even challenging, it just takes awareness. And so I don't want to make it sound challenging because it's not, but it takes deep, heightened awareness. And again, we're not going to make the ego wrong because it's not wrong. It's just a computer system that's running your mind. And the computer loves to identify ourselves with itself and loves control. So what we're going to do in this meditation is to practice the observer by thinking about our day that we've had so far, either yesterday or today. And we're going to become the observer, practice the observer first before we jump into the day. And notice how much observing the ego lets it lose grip on us. So go ahead and close your eyes. With your eyes closed, soften your shoulders down. Open the back of your neck. And take some deep, slow breaths in and out. Belly rises and the belly falls. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's take a moment to align our head to our spine. So notice where your head is on top of your neck. Neck on top of the spine. Just allow the vertical energy from your head to the tailbone to occur. Become aware of the shoulders, vertical over the hips. Soften the palms into your lap. You might notice a curling of your fingertips as you breathe. As your breath gets deeper and more focused, try to take the breath focus of the mind to the internal part of your body. Maybe to your heart or your solar plexus. And breathe. Maybe today, take it even deeper inside. There you go. And yesterday we were working with the words I am. Just repeating the words in your head. I am. I am. I am. And just the successive repetition of those words, I am, will place a focus of your focus somewhere in your body. And what you'll start to notice is the focus may become your heart or your body. And more than likely, not your head. And breathe. This is the eternal divinity that you're connecting with. The divine I am. The source, the soul that is you. Your truth, your essence. And when you're here with those deep, slow breaths, there's not a lot of words. There's a deep presence, heightened connection, and a true stillness that occurs in your body. And breathe. As you find the stillness, just notice how it feels. From this place is where we can see the ego. The ego cannot see itself. And the ego, again, is not inherently bad or good. The ego's job is to keep us in fight, flight, freeze, amongst other jobs. So if you're on a healing journey, on a consciousness journey, stepping into the observer, again, is a very important step. And notice now if you can sink into the observer like we did yesterday, where you and your God self are one. And just breathe into this deep, heightening connection. And breathe. When you're here, you'll notice there's nothing to do. There's nothing to figure out. There's nowhere to run to. There's an incredible presence that you're holding right now. And while you're here, let's use all of your senses. Notice what this feels like. Listening to the deepest breath. Feeling your heartbeat. Maybe even noticing how your whole body calms and centers, even 1 or 2 millimeters. And breathe. When I'm here physically, it's like my heart and solar plexus expand. There's a stillness in my body that's incredible. And an ease in my mind that doesn't need explaining. And just breathe again. Now again, this is the place from which we observe. Again, reminding ourselves that the ego is not bad. But a few things the ego loves to do. Loves to control. Loves to identify itself. And it loves to defend. We've talked about these a little bit over these meditations. Let's work with the one about identifying ourselves. If this is who you are, it's your essence. This divine self, isn't it pretty miraculous? There's nowhere to run to. There's nothing that needs to be done. There's such a heightened essence place that you're in right now. I'm sure you feel it. Let's breathe here. Breathe. This is the time you were born on this planet, maybe even before you actually physically showed up as a body into the physical world. Your parents or loved ones already had a name for you. Instantly, that created an identity of yourself. There's nothing wrong about that. But notice how there's a part of you who deeply identifies yourself as separate from everything else. And deeply identifies yourself as separate from this place. Just notice that. You walk around with labels. I am a jock. I am the nerd. I am the smart one. I am my degree. I am my business. No, you're not. There you go. Go back to the observer. Excellent. Breathe. Another meditation we talked once before about how we're so busy trying to protect ourselves. Today, we're just going to be playing with self-identification. So now I want you to imagine, sense, see, or feel from this place of observer, your day yesterday, or maybe your day today, your average day. Think about it when you wake up in the morning and maybe you meditate or journal. How long does it take before you self-identify, but also fight for that identity? Notice how your body posture changes. I am a doctor. Notice how that changes from that sweet, central place of I am. Again, nothing wrong. We're just showing you the very subtle ways the ego shows up. And breathe. The ego loves to identify with our homes, our cars, number of kids, our bank account. Go back to that place of observer. I'm just giving you a couple examples. You woke up in the morning. When did your first self-identity occur? When did you actually feel it in your energy body? Just observe it. There you go. And come back to the observer of the I am. And breathe. Not to cause too much of a swirling right now. One of the best times to look back on that we all remember to look at self-identity was COVID. So many of us identified ourselves as vaccinators, not vaccinators. You know, we so held that as an identity for ourselves. I believe in freedom. I don't believe in doing that to myself, right? Again, I'm not labeling it as right or wrong. I'm just asking you to see the ego at play. There you go. Can you observe that? Step back. There you go. Go back into the observer. Go back into that heart, solar plexus, and see it. As you think of other times through your day, when you self-identify, when you go to eat food, I'm a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, I do keto. Nothing wrong. But it's the holding on so strongly that creates pain that the ego is addicted to. Because it creates that separation from the stillness place. So you see where I'm going with this. I know you can feel this. Now for this last part of the meditation, all I want you to do is step back into the place of the observer. Just where we were not too long ago. Beautiful. A place of the I am. This whole month is about feeling energy. As you drop your shoulder blades down, if you rotate your shoulders back 0.5 millimeter, not even, and surrender to the I am. What do you notice? There is an instant peace that occurs. A place of surrender that's occurring. And a place of knowing. If you stay here longer, you'll notice there aren't thoughts of past or present or past or future. There isn't anxiety or worry or depression. There's a deep isness that's occurring. What Eckhart Tolle so famously called the power of now. So as I wrap up this meditation, I'm going to give you the homework for the day, which you can already guess what it is. Play with this observer. For me, it's finding that place inside of myself that physically I feel it. And observe all the fun things the ego likes to do and not make it wrong and not make it right. Just like, wow, there it goes again. Observing. How much there's a deep addiction to separation and to being identified. Drop back inside. There you go. So your homework today is to play from this place, being the observer and enjoying and having fun. I'm sending you lots of love and thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up today. Have the most beautiful, exhilarating day. Namaste.